What's up, guys? My name is Bazzi, and this is Vlogmas Day 3. Let's get right into it. Alright, so I knew I wanted to make a top 10 gift list. I just wasn't sure how to make it or what I wanted to include. And everybody always does a gift list, and they always include, top 10 video games, top 10 whatever. And I may still do those, but those are going to be a different video, as I wanted to keep this one with an unlimited budget and just the top 10 things that I think people would enjoy if they're a tech enthusiast or techies. So let's get right into it, because I think this list is actually pretty cool, and I would love to get these as gifts, or I would love to give these as gifts to people that I know, because I think all of these are amazing gifts and would be a ton of fun on Christmas morning or whatever holiday you celebrate. So let's get right into it. Number 10. Now, the two that I chose to talk about are the Oculus Rift S and the Oculus Quest 2 that just came out. The Oculus Quest 2 is an all-in-one VR headset, so you do not need a computer to go along with it. It is its own standalone device. And the Oculus Rift S does need a computer, but you are able to pump out better quality games and stuff because you have a computer attached to it. Now, the Oculus Quest 2 comes in at $299, and the Oculus Rift S comes in at $399. Both are respectable devices. I have a Rift S, and it is phenomenal. Racing games are amazing on it. It's not the fastest response screen, but it is actually a great experience. Horror games are a blast. Pretty much everything that I've played on the Rift S has been extremely fun, and my son and I enjoy it beyond I thought we were. It's actually a great gift that we gave him last year, and my wife plays it. I mean, the whole family gets involved. It's a fun time. Beat Saber is a great game to play on it, and if you haven't tried VR yet and you think you're on the fence about, oh, it may not be the best, try it, because it knocks your socks off because you're not ready for how immersive it actually is. Number 9 is a drone from DJI. It is the DJI Mini 2, and this drone comes in at just under $500. It's $449, but it just came out and it actually packs 4K at 30 frames per second, which is phenomenal for a sub $500 drone. It has a 31-minute flight time and is an amazing product all around. I mean, I don't have a drone yet, and I'm looking at purchasing one. And I think for any photography or tech enthusiast that want to start with drones, I think this may be the gateway into that expensive hobby. It's a phenomenal drone. I've read reviews and watched reviews about it, and it's just amazing. And everybody who has one loves it. And I think that if your loved one is into technology and into photography, then the drone may actually be the best gift you can give them, and they will make countless memories with it. Number 8. All right, number 8 is keyboards. Obviously, you knew keyboards were going to be on this list. I'm a huge fan of keyboards. It is my hobby to go to right now, since all my other hobbies are bogged down by resellers. So right now at number 8, I have the Corsair K70, which is a phenomenal keyboard, and I have the drop, shift, control, and alt keyboards. And the reason I'm recommending these for is the Corsair K70 is for just people who want a keyboard out the box, don't want any customization later on. They just want, a keyboard that works, and that's okay. Some people just want a keyboard to take out of the box and just game one for 5 years and just be fine with it. And my Corsair K70 was that for me before I was into keyboards, and it's a phenomenal board, and it kept up through, all the gaming sessions that I had, and it worked out. And the control and shift and alt from drop.com, I believe for getting started in the keyboard community, I think these 3 boards are actually phenomenal boards to get started with. They're all about $200 right now. Actually, every keyboard that I'm talking about is around the $200 range, and specifically the drop keyboards are on sale right now for $200 exactly, and they're just phenomenal boards to start with. The Corsair has metal and plastic pieces. The drop keyboards are all metal besides the keycaps and switches. Everything else in the switches and keycaps on the drop keyboards are able to be customized. You can take them out, you can switch them out to different things. You can change the whole feel of the keyboard by changing out the switches, which would be about $50, $60 investment. Later on down the road, a year down the road, if you want to change how your keyboard feels, you don't have to buy a new keyboard, you just change out the switches. I think all 4 of these keyboards are phenomenal. I also own the Alt as well as the Corsair, and the Alt is my gaming keyboard of choice right now. And it's a phenomenal board, all metal construction, RGB. It's up to you what you want to do. I know some people like to just buy a Razer or just buy a Corsair and right out of the box and just game on it, and that's fine. If you're not into the keyboard hobby, it's cool. If you are into the keyboard hobby, I would start with the drop Alt, Shift, or Control, depending on what size you want. All right, number 7, we have AirPods and AirPods Pro. Now, I remember the first time I tried AirPods, they actually kind of like blew me away because I love headphones, I love technology, and to have something so small and so light and wireless is just kind of like mind-boggling when you first get a hold of them. I mean, that's why the AirPods are selling like hotcakes right now. The AirPods Pro are what I use now as my everyday carry headphone, and they are amazing. The noise canceling is great. I use them for editing when I'm not at home. I use them for like video watching, everything, and they held up. The AirPods you can find on sale just about $130 and below usually, and I think they retail for $159. So they're usually on sale right now because Apple should be upgrading them in the next year. The AirPods Pro, they're about $219 right now on Amazon. They do retail for about around the $250 mark. So just be aware of that. However, whichever one you pick to give to your loved one as a gift, you can't go wrong. They're phenomenal headphones, and they can be used for any media. Doesn't matter what it is, you know, whatever you're consuming, the headphones work great, especially with Apple products. Number 6, we have the Philips Hue starter kit, specifically the Philips Hue with the full color RGB lights. They come with 3 of them. It retails for $199.99. You can usually find it on sale for about the $170 to $150 mark. And this actually I have, and is phenomenal. I mean, like they've lasted for a couple years now, and they're great. You can turn them on and off with your phone. You can set timers. You can set, you know, wake up timer, whatever you want. Pretty much, it's super customizable. They have a bunch of colors you can choose from. They have a color wheel. You can just customize it, and you have different brightnesses, and you have so much control with these lights. It's actually like a great investment for, you know, like automating your home. Now there are cheaper alternatives out there, and those are completely fine. I just prefer the Philips Hue. I have Philips Hue behind me right now. These light strips are Philips Hue. It's just I got on early, and I've been hooked ever since. So I've been buying the Philips Hue because I already had the starter kit. So that is what it is. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to go out and buy the Philips Hue. There are other options for RGB in your house, especially for light bulbs and stuff. Now you can buy light strips off Amazon for about $15, and they work great. They come with a remote. You can just use them. I just prefer using Philips Hue because I already have the bridge and everything set up. Number 5, this one's actually pretty cool. It's not new technology. This is buying retro games. Now, I believe retro games are going to be the next big thing that are going to sell out and be worth, you know, tons of money because people love the nostalgia factor. Just like Pokemon, when Pokemon took off earlier this year, or a couple months ago, it immediately like blew up, and you know, everything was worth so much money. I think retro gaming is going that road. You're gonna take that road. It kind of sucks because I'm a huge retro gamer. I love retro games, and I remember one Christmas my wife got me a regular Nintendo and Legend of Zelda and Super Mario Brothers, and I was ecstatic. Like I didn't ask for this. It was a surprise to me. She surprised me with it, and it's one of those memories that I have that's like, man, like I can't believe she got me this. Like I can't believe she knew to get me this. You know, it's such a nostalgic factor that, you know, I used to play this when I was little, and it's such a cool thing to get. So if you're, you know, your significant other, or, you know, even like a child, my son loves playing the regular Nintendo, and eventually I'm going to pick up an N64 and get the original Smash Brothers and, you know, Zeldas that are on there and play those, because it's just such a cool factor to pick up like an N64 controller and play an older game that you grew up playing with. This especially works for like older, for like my generation, you know, around the 30-year-old mark. But yeah, so keep that in mind. This also works for younger generations because, I mean, they're so used to the 3D graphics and everything that are today. To get them to settle down and actually pick up a Nintendo controller and play a Super Mario side-scrolling game is it's pretty crazy. So you know, my son loves it, my daughters love it. It's just cool factor. It's, you know, they are getting more expensive, so be on the lookout for that. But you can usually pick up a system for about sub $100, and, you know, used condition. If it's in like pristine condition, they can go for like who knows what, especially if it's in the box. And then games, depending on the game, they can range anywhere from like a couple dollars to like hundreds, depending on what you want. But yeah, so just keep an eye out for that, because I believe those are going to take off. So if your husband or your significant other or your children like retro games, go ahead and pick those up because they're going to shoot up in price. Number 4, for cool tech that everybody should own, the Nintendo Switch. Now, the Nintendo Switch has been my favorite gaming console so far. in the last like 10 years. I don't know what it is about it. I don't know if it's because I can play handheld mode, like full-fledged games, or if I can like, it's just the fact that it's cool that I can go plug it into my TV. Everything about it is like super cool, and the games that have been come out so far for it, I think the launch year was like super strong, like one of the strongest launchers we've ever seen in video game history. And it just, everything about the Switch, like it just, they've had phenomenal games. And if you haven't jumped on the bandwagon yet, you really should. The Switch is one of those consoles where like I own, I play PC a lot, but my Switch is still my go-to when I'm going anywhere. I want to sit down and just chill and play some games mindlessly. The Switch is just amazing. Like there's nothing else to it. Nintendo hit a home run with this, and I think they know that. And I think that we're going to see a Switch HD soon in the future. But for right now, the Switch is the way to go. There's a bunch of different packs out right now. You can still find the Animal Crossing pack. There's that just came to the States. There's a Fortnite pack that came out, bundle. The Animal Crossing bundle, obviously, and then there's still a Mario Kart bundle that's out right now. So if you're looking for getting something that's for somebody that is a gamer but a casual gamer, the Switch is phenomenal. They hit all aspects, and for casual or hardcore gamers alike, the Switch is a go. All right, number 3, we have some more headphones, because headphones are something that is like gaining in popularity. People love headphones, but audiophiles have been like changing the market as far as like noise canceling and everything goes. So now the headphones I chose to talk about here are 2 pairs. The Sony WH-1000 MX4s, which just came out not too long ago, and the Sennheiser HD6XXs from Drop. Now I own the 6XXs. They are my gaming headphones that I use for gaming. They're open back, so when you are listening, people can hear what you're listening to. But they are phenomenal sound. The sound on the 6XXs are so crisp. Like I've never heard anything like it. I'm not a huge audiophile, but I do like headphones. I do like traveling with headphones. So it's just, for me to actually pick these headphones, I did some research and found out, I did a lot of research actually, so I might actually become an audiophile now because of this. But the 6XXs are phenomenal sound quality, very crisp. The Sonys are, industry leading noise canceling. They're over their headphones. I'll have pictures up here to show you guys. And the Sonys, everybody swears by them, and they're usually about $350, but you can find them on sale right now for about $279 to $298. So it's $50 to $75 off. It's a great headphone. It's a great pair of headphones. I've used them before. I've heard the noise canceling, and they are phenomenal. The 6XXs, I believe, are some of the best headphones you can buy, sub $200 or about $200, and they are great for gaming and overall use. Both of them are. So go ahead and pick those up if you're looking to surprise somebody with it. Number 2, 3D printers. Okay, so 3D printing has taken off in the last couple of years, and now it is at its most affordable time it's ever been, I think. And the printers I chose to talk about are the Ender 3, the Ender 3 Pro, and the Ender 3 V2. Now, they're all built on the Ender 3 platform, which is the base model. The Ender 3 is about $150, $160. The Ender 3 Pro is about $2-ish, and the Ender 3 V2 is about $265. The prices are never going to be static right now because of the holidays, and you always find sales and everything. But yeah, so 3D printing. 3D printing is one of those hobbies that has really taken off in the last couple of years, and it's only going to get better going forward. I mean, everything about 3D printing is just super interesting, and the fact that you can just print parts or working gears right from a printer, in a couple hours is actually phenomenal. And if the person you're buying for is a tinkerer, or they have that computer mindset, a 3D printer is the way to go. Just get them a 3D printer. The Enders do take some setup, but there's tons of videos online about how to set the printer up, how to work the printer right, and how the printer actually functions. So just look at those before you build it. Make sure you know what you're doing. Sit down with your significant other, make an evening of it, or sit down with your loved one, sit down with your child, whoever you buy this printer for, and make an evening of it. And it's really cool to witness. I mean, like, in a couple hours you can have a part for something that's super like a one-off that you can't get anymore, and then you fix whatever you had. It's very cool. It's very cool to see. It's very cool to watch, and it's something everybody should have. Going forward, it's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a huge community. Community's growing by day, especially with the printers being so cheap now. So go ahead and buy one of those if you want to surprise somebody, because that's gonna be a surprise for sure. All right, number one has to be the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X/Series S, because that's what every single tech enthusiast / tech person seems to be talking about. They can't get away from it. Everybody wants everybody wants a PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X or Series S. So if you can get one, get one, because they're going to be sold out for a couple months. You know how new console generations go. It just is what it is at this point. I would say, you know, most people that are in technology are into gaming. You know, that might be wrong of me to say, but I just feel that way. Most of my friends that are into technology also game on the side. It is how we de-stress. So, you know, the PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series X, can't go wrong with either. The PlayStation 5 does have exclusives. The Xbox Series X does not. It just is what it is. But yeah, I would definitely, if you can pick one up, this is the #1 most wanted on so many people's lists, on their holiday lists. It's actually kind of ridiculous. Like the PlayStation 5 and Xbox One are such hot commodities that they can't literally stay in stock more than like an hour. Anywhere, and that's like in person. It's like you're going to the store when most places are quarantined. So it's just crazy to me. I don't know. I mean, I guess the world is like how the world is right now, and everybody's in quarantine is to blame for the production problems. But it is what it is. There was always going to be a production problem going. You know, starting a new generation. It is what it is. So if you can find them, that is definitely the #1 most wanted on everybody's list. And I had to put them on here because they're consoles. They're fun. They're engaging. You know, you have fun with the family playing them. So it just PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. What can I say other than if you can find one, buy one, because you're not gonna find it again, at least for the time being. All right, that was Vlogmas Day 3. Join me tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 4, and don't forget to subscribe because it actually helps us out, and engage with us because we want to be part of the community. We want to grow. We want to grow with our fans and, you know, hang out. So go ahead and subscribe, comment down below. See you guys next time.